Hey, Strategy Simplified listeners. Did you know that today is a great day to start your own podcast? Whether you're looking for a new marketing channel, have a message you want to share with the world, or just think it would be fun to have your own talk show, podcasting is an easy, inexpensive, and fun way to expand your reach online. And Buzzsprout is hands down the easiest and best way to launch, promote, and track your podcast. It's what I and the team here at Management Consulted use for Strategy Simplified. Your show can be online and listed in all the major podcast directories like Apple Podcasts, Spotify, Google Podcasts, and more within minutes of finishing your recording. Podcasting isn't difficult when you have the right partners, and the team at Buzzsprout is passionate about helping you succeed. Join over 100,000 podcasters already using Buzzsprout to get their message out to the world. And as a special bonus, Buzzsprout is offering a $20 Amazon gift card sent to you after your second paid invoice. Sign up today for a Buzzsprout account through the link in the show notes.
Hey, Strategy Simplified. It's closing in on the end of another year, which means our annual consulting salary report is right around the corner. The report will detail starting salaries and additional compensation such as signing and performance bonuses for over 65 top consulting firms. It's the only first-hand report in the industry containing current numbers obtained directly from offer letters. Today, we're sharing a previous Strategy Simplified episode that was published September 1st, 2022, where we shared about McKinsey, Bain, and BCG raising base salaries. We're sharing this to provide a teaser of what you can expect in the 2023 salary report. Oh, and by the way, if you have received a 2023 consulting offer or you work in human resources or public relations at a firm, there's still time to submit your offer info to contribute to the upcoming report. The deadline to submit is December 31st, 2022, and the link to securely submit that info is in the show notes. All right, let's get into the episode. We hope you enjoyed this look back at MBB raising base salaries.
Management Consulted recently learned through a first-hand source that BCG was planning to roll out an updated compensation structure on September 1st. Well, September 1st has come and gone, and that updated compensation structure is now in place. The big highlights? Base salaries for associates, that's the pre-advanced degree entry level, rise to $110,000. That's up 10% from last year's $100,000 starting base salary. The base salary for consultants, which is the post-advanced degree entry level, rises to a whopping $190,000, a $15,000 increase from last year's $175K base. McKinsey and Bain have already responded. Did they match their bitter rivals' compensation figures? Not a chance. They decided to one-up BCG by offering some of the highest base salaries in the industry. Specifically, at the pre-advanced degree entry level, which is McKinsey Business Analyst and Bain Associate Consultant, you can now expect to make $112,000 in base salary. That's a 12% increase from last year's $100,000 base. At the post-advanced degree entry level, which is McKinsey Associate and Bain Consultant, you can expect to earn a staggering $192,000 in base salary. This is $17,000 more than last year's $175,000 base. Keep in mind, this is before signing bonuses, this is before performance bonuses, this is before tuition reimbursement, before any relocation assistance you might receive. This is just base salary. Now, I mentioned right off the top that BCG updated its compensation structure across levels. What does that mean for you? Well, if you're currently in your second year at the firm, you can expect a modest base salary bump as well. Second-year associates at BCG can expect to earn $115,000 in base salary, and second-year consultants can expect to earn $195,000 in base salary. While these $5,000 annual raises may seem modest, keep in mind, after 2 years at the firm, once you hit your first promotion point, your earning potential dramatically accelerates. Again, keep in mind, These are just base salary numbers and don't take performance and other bonuses into account. At the pre-advanced degree entry level, you can expect to earn anywhere between $20,000 to $35,000 in performance bonuses, while at the post-advanced degree entry level, you can earn close to $50,000 in performance bonuses. Those numbers add up quick. If you're going through the recruiting process now, keep in mind that the compensation figures outlined in your eventual offer letter will be higher than what was listed in our 2022 consulting salary report. That report referenced figures from offers with 2022 start dates. The numbers I'm referencing today are from offer letters with 2023 start dates. If you're a longer tenured consultant, you too can expect to see more generous raises when you hit that next promotion cycle, whether that's this year or next year. But why did MBB raise salaries now? And how will other top competitors respond? First, let's determine why MBB is raising salaries at this point in time. Our take: the current inflationary environment, as well as the tight labor market, is forcing MBB to up the ante when it comes to recruiting and retaining talent. The consulting industry has undergone an exodus of experienced talent over the last 3 years. Top firms like MBB, on top of trying to recruit new talent, are trying to incentivize more of their current folks to stick around instead of leaving for lucrative opportunities in industry. So, if you're a prospective consultant, what does all this mean for you? Well, for example, at that post-advanced degree entry level, this means that you could earn well north of $250,000 in total compensation in your first year at MBB. Incredible. Furthermore, the war for top talent has not abated between consulting, investment banking, and big tech. Not only are the MBB firms competing against each other, they're also competing against well-heeled consulting competitors like Strategy and, EY Parthenon, LEK, and others. On top of that, they're also competing against top investment banks and big tech for the same talent. How do you stand out in a tight labor market? Show me the money, baby. Will this strategy work? We believe the answer to be yes. Candidates with multiple offers on the table will gravitate toward the firm with the higher dollar number on the offer sheet. Furthermore, with the prospect for continuing layoffs in big tech, consulting not only offers attractive compensation, but also better job security. Why? Consulting is about as close to a recession-proof business as there is. In boom times, clients turn to consulting firms to help them accelerate growth. In choppier economic waters, clients turn to consulting firms to help them play defense and stay afloat. Couple this almost recession-proof business model with the fact that consulting firms have been short-staffed since before the pandemic, and you've got the perfect storm for rising base salaries. In the frantic war for top talent, it's advantage BCG, McKinsey, and Bain, at least for now. So, how will consulting competitors respond to MBB's moves? As I've already mentioned, consulting firms experienced an explosion of demand during the pandemic, and that was on top of a decade-long streak of double-digit growth in the industry. This growth, combined with staffing needs that the pandemic exacerbated, have kicked consulting firms' demand for talent up a notch or two. We expect that other consulting competitors, like EY Parthenon, Strategy and, Kearney, and others, will shortly increase compensation packages as well. LEK, for example, has already made its move, increasing its post-MBA starting salary to $185,000, keeping it within striking distance of MBB. Now, you may be thinking, there's strong demand for talent at top consulting firms, and base salaries are rising. This is a great time to break into the industry. And you'd be right. But for those of you who are thinking that it's easier to break into the industry due to the strong demand for talent, you'd be wrong. The supply for jobs is still much lower than the number of available candidates. In fact, just last year, McKinsey received over 1 million applications for just 10,000 open roles. If you're keeping up with your mental math, you know that is just a 1% acceptance rate. So while you may be tempted to think that because consulting firms are hungry for talent, they've lowered the standard, it's absolutely not true. You'll have to earn your salary, both by making it through the grueling and selective interview process and by excelling once you're on the job. So, will the new and improved MBB salaries be enough to attract and retain the talent these firms need to continue to accelerate growth? Check back in with us in a few months. Only time will tell.
Thanks for tuning in to another episode of Strategy Simplified. Make sure to hop on our email newsletter to be the first to know when the 2023 salary report is released. The link to do so is in the show notes. We'll catch you again on another episode soon.